afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
Children of the night, what music they make.
I would die for her. I would kill for her. Either way were bliss.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Welcome to Fright Night.
What's the prime time?
Oh, so vulgar.
So, you are something you can't take home.
You're talking about him as if he were a human being. That part of him died years ago.
Death. There are no accidents, no coincidences, no mishaps, and no escapes.
Such sights to show you.
Ugly motherfucker.
Hey, you shut your face!
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off? It's a scream, baby! Game over.
Patient.
They're here.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another Tuesday night. I got it right this time. It is Tuesday. It's not Monday. Tuesday night of fan films. With me, as always, on Tuesday, my buddy Michael from Movies and Beyond. How's it going, brother?
What's up, dude? And I just want to say something about the intro. Usually we talk about patient when we come in here, right? We usually talk about that when we come off. I do want to give a shout out on your intro, dude. And I meant to do this last week, but we had Jake and everything, and I got wrapped up in it. Dude, Tony Todd's line in Final Destination is dope as fuck. Like 100%, dude. In death, there are no accidents, no coincidence, no mishaps, no escapes. That is legendary, bro. 100%. Well done with that, dude.
I was thinking about
absolutely
it.
Love that. I love it.
I was like, no, we don't. In my opinion, we don't give enough love to Final Destination. Like, you know how iconic of a movie you have to be to influence the driving of an entire generation? Because I don't know
dude,
anyone.
I'm not fucking with the truck with logs on it. Not doing it,
dude. I don't know anybody after seeing that movie who does not get out of the switch fucking lanes if they see a logging truck up in front of them.
Yeah,
like, that's how iconic those movies are. So
it's like Jaws in the water, bro. Like, no,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the level I think those things exist at. So I'm like, and it's Tony Todd, dude. His voice alone, like you only have to have his voice in there, and it's like, okay, I know who that is. I know where we're at right now. And I was thinking about him when I was putting this together, and I was like, man, I need something for like where the music dips and like a building. And I'm like, I remembered that quote, and I'm like, okay, this kind of fits perfectly. And I it's one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. I do have a couple of, like, obviously the anticipation joke. I got to thank you for that. That was actually born from one of your live streams. That was born from the 80s bracket or the 90s bracket.
It was 80s. Yeah, we were talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And I made that joke. I went to make that joke in the chat, but I think it was either Val or Lydia. Because I said I see you shiver and I didn't finish it. I just left it. I was going to, at the end of the stream, say patient, but then I think it was either Lydia or Val, or like, oh, patient, and they put it in there. I was like, okay, So I'm like, when I was putting this together, I was like, I gotta have that because
Oh,
even
yeah.
if no one else laughs at it but me, I'm gonna enjoy it every single time.
Yeah,
So-
dude. And one last thing about that line from Tony Todd, dude. Like the line was fire, 100%. But I don't know if anyone could have delivered it like Tony Todd, bro. Like they have the person that they needed to deliver that line to get the impact from it, dude. Tony Todd killed it. His delivery made that line iconic, man. Just the
really
way he
did.
delivered it. Hell
It
yeah.
really did. Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm
Yeah.
very critical of that opening still. It's still very new. I mean, I just made it like month and a half, 2 months ago at most. And
Yeah.
I made it specifically for this stream. So
Yeah.
like these streams. So I'm like, I appreciate that. I want to eventually get a little better, do a little bit more smoothing it out and working some kinks out. There's some editing mistakes where or not mistakes,
That
but there's
only you see. I
Yeah,
had the
like-
same problem when I first made mine. Like everybody's like, "That's great, man." It's like I see the flaws in you.
I'm
I
seeing like
see
little
it.
cuts where like in my
Yeah.
head it's a lot smoother of a transition, but I'm like, come on, I gotta fix it. I gotta sit down one day and fix it. But for now, it's okay. I got other videos and other things to work on, some upcoming stuff, some continuing things, but for now it'll work. But I do appreciate the kudos on it. I'm a lot more happy with it than I was my previous one. So
Oh yeah.
all right, let's go ahead and jump in the chat. First of all, before we jump to the chat, I just want to say I fucked up. If anyone saw the thumbnail originally, it was for a fan film called Halloween Night. And that fan film, I did not realize we had already watched over on Michael's channel. And when we watched it on Michael's channel, it doesn't, like when I go look at it, when I'm looking them up, it didn't show played for me. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this one. Cool. I checked it out. I'm like, all right, cool. This one looks great. Let's do it. Made everything. I didn't remember that it was on his channel. So if you're here for Halloween Night, I apologize. It has been switched up. We're not going to be watching Halloween Night. We're going to be watching another one called the Haddonfield Nightmare. It is still a Michael fan film, which cool. I want some more Michael. We got a teensy bit of him yesterday on yours in the horrorverse. My God, man, I just for a second, let's talk about how fucking good that was last night, man. Their story is so engaging and like I cannot wait for the next fucking episode of that.
Yeah, man. Like I'm gonna watch it again. I want to watch it without all of us talking through it to catch some of the things that I missed last night, dude. And I will tell you this, dude. Like that is so creative of them. Like there's so much, and the thing we talked a little bit about it on the show, but we also talked about it backstage with them. My appreciation for the way that they dove into Jason's mentality and his psyche, and it wasn't just the run of the mill Jason walking through you. There's some shit there. There's some stuff milling around in his head, man. And to see Jason portrayed that way, I absolutely loved it. I think Michael looked great, for the story that they were telling, dude. And it just has me wanting more because they do such a good job with setting it up to the point to where you're like, okay, here we go. And then it's just like the next one comes on. Like they have entered that shit, man. Like they put it together. They had all their individual movies. We mentioned that last night, and you just want to see it all come together, and you want to see this war that they've been prepping for 8 episodes and then a movie, and the movie The Shape. It dude, well done to those guys. CCC Entertainment, you all are killing it over there. What a fun time.
They truly are. And if y'all by any chance watching live right now or in the replay don't know what we're talking about, just in case you don't know, we do the same thing on Michael's channel every Monday, and we've been watching a series over there called The Horrorverse. It's episodic. We just watched episode 9 last night, and it was an hour, right?
Yeah.
And the first, it's an Avengers style buildup. Like, I'm not going to say anything more in case you haven't seen it. Go watch it. It's so good. But that's what we're talking about right now. Like, we did that last night, and it was
But you got to start with The Shape if you do. If you're not over there,
start with a fan film called The Shape. It's a Halloween fan film, and right at the end, you're going to be, wait a minute, was that? And then go right into the horror verse, episode by episode.
Yeah,
if you're going to dig it, I promise you will. But now that those things are out of the way, let's see who's in the chat. DJ Plays Favorites is here. What's going on? This definitely should be a fun watch party. I'm ready for some Michael. We had more Jason than Michael last night, which is not a bad thing, but I'm in the mood for some Michael. Let's, seeing him, Haddonfield slash up some stuff. What's going on? This is my cousin John in the chat. How's it going, buddy? Sarah Campbell is here. How you doing, Sarah? Thanks for dropping in for another one. Melissa saying hey. Everyone in the chat saying hey to each other. I love the community we have here, man. That's one of the best things about this YouTube thing is the people all like. It really does feel like you're getting together with some really good friends just to hang out and watch some fan films.
Yeah.
We got Russell Dorsey. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? Smash that like button. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much, Russell, for stopping by and for reminding people to hit the like button. It does help me out. It does help get this out to more people. Oh, look who else is here. Val's Views is here. The General's in the chat. The General always gets a salute.
Not missing this one, Val. Here I am. I'm going to hold it extra long for you, too. There it is.
We got Clayton in the chat. What's going on? Working late night shift, man. I understand that. I work nights as well. It's not very conducive to a lot of things. But thanks for being here. If you can't stay, I completely understand. Maybe watch the replay. I think I got most people. I think I got everyone that's in the chat right now. Enjoy these fan films for low cost and go. Yeah, that's the thing, man. These movies are giving us we're getting these franchises that we love. We're getting, and they're made by fans. Now, here's the thing: I'm always openly less critical of fan films because they don't have huge budget. They don't have, for lack of a better phrase, A-list talent working on them, but they're made out of love and by people like you and I who just admire these franchises.
Yeah.
And man, they're most of the time for almost no money. Like, they're making these things for so little, and yet they're cranking out really good work.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to keep going back to the horror verse, but case in point. You know what I mean?
Bro, when he told me they filmed that last night in his backyard, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, it's a testament to what you can do if you're really passionate about it.
That sleeping bag slow motion kill, dude. I'm telling you,
dude, it was
so good.
I'm gonna print that. I'm gonna screenshot that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow it up and print that and hang that on my wall because it is such a beautiful shot. And I almost knew it was coming. Like, I'm like, oh, she's in a sleeping bag. We know what. Come on. And I'm like, are they gonna do it? They're gonna do it, bro.
And not only did they do it where you're like, are they going to do it? They did it in a way that we weren't expecting it to look as beautiful as it did, man. And it was just like, look at that fucking shit. Like, I'd like to go back and see our reactions to that too, because we're locked in, dude, on that.
This isn't even hyperbole at all. It's one of the most beautiful cinematic shots I've ever seen. They did nice. Such a good job on it. So anyway, we do have another person jumping in here, Mr. Rick. Thanks for doing this. It makes me want to watch a fan film. Man, that's what this is all about, watching fan films. Is that Mr. Rick, is that a devil face versus ghost face? Is that a red right hand poster as your thumbnail there? We watched Red Right Hand last weekend. It was our last Tuesday on my channel. Such a great film. Absolutely loved it. It's so fun, man. The Lip Biscuit stuff, it gets me every time, man. So as I said, going back to it, we're watching the Haddonfield Nightmare tonight. And he's saying yes, it is how I found. Awesome, man. Glad you're finding us for for a movie you've already seen or a movie you like. Yeah. Feel free to stay. If you got any recommendations, y'all, like if y'all got recommendations for ones we haven't seen and you'd like us to watch, throw them in the chat. I'll look into them. If I find something that we want to watch, man, we'll throw it up there. We're not really like, I hope this doesn't ever come across as like exclusionary, like we're only picking certain things. I'm just picking things that I find. I don't know how you go about finding yours, but I literally go horror fan films, and I just start looking through like, oh, that's a cool concept. I like that one.
You know, some of them I've seen doing the same thing, you know, looking through that stuff that looks so good. They'll be like 5 minutes long. And it's just like, man, I can't watch 20 of these. You know what I mean? On the channel, I can sit here and enjoy it right now. But I can't throw up 20 of these. Like I'll be clicking through stuff, you know, all night.
I do sort it when I search on YouTube. I sort it by over 20 minutes. So
okay. Hell yeah, man.
And
hell yeah.
So like if y'all got any that you think would be a fun watch or anything, like I prefer them be longer. That way we don't have to, but I mean, we've done that on my channel where we'll watch 3 separate ones, and I'm cool with that. Like I do like for the shorter ones to get some love too, because sometimes that's all you can make. Sometimes that's all you got the resources to do.
And you know, we've seen sometimes short ones are bangers. Look at the Coleman Brothers Leatherface one, dude.
Bro, that was so fucking good. Like
it was like 5 minutes and 50 seconds of pure Leatherface banger right there, you guys.
Almost like no dialogue, and the story was so fire, man. Like they did such a good job. And that's the thing, most of their serial was like less than 7 minutes long. Like each episode,
one of them was like 3:53. And then one of them was like 9 minutes and something, you know, like so good, man. So good.
Okay, Mr. Rick, I will say I did look into Stab. Because the Stabs are hugely popular in Scream, and I love Scream. I reached out to the creator of Stab, and he really wasn't on board for us to do it with his films. I'm not sure. He said it was a copyright issue that we might run into. So I didn't question it any further. I'm just like, okay, cool, man. If you don't want us to cover yours, I won't do it. So I did think of Stab because they're good. I know that they just came out with like a new Stab 3. Like they did like 1 through like 8 or something, and now they're just restarting them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I did look into those. They're cool, but I can't do those just because I want to respect that filmmaker and him saying not to. So but Ghostface is my bag. Ghostface is my jam. So like if you got Ghostface ones out there that y'all like, I'm definitely down for it. But for now, tonight, we're going to be checking out Haddonfield Nightmare. This came out 2021, so 3 years ago. It's got 1.5 million views. It's got 17,000 likes. It seems to be pretty popular. And from what I understand, hold on a second.
So I have seen this one.
You have seen this one?
I have, yes.
I'm trying to think if this is
it falls into the H2O timeline.
That's what I thought.
For Halloween.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is a sequel to Halloween H2O.
Yeah.
So this ignores one of the worst Halloween movies.
That masterpiece that you're talking about?
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
That beautiful cinematic
Bro, here's
Resurrection.
The thing. Like we can shit on it all we want. I actually really like Resurrection. Like I don't even care to admit it.
I'm glad for
movie.
you, man. I'm glad somebody does. I'll put it that way. I'm glad somebody does, man. That's the one where I'm doing like a Halloween review of Halloween movies that I won't watch that one until I have to watch it, you know, so I'm fresh and I can talk about it. That and Jason Goes to Hell and Freddy 7, Freddy's Dead. You know, those never get playtime on my TV unless I have to talk about them coming up on the channel or something. That's like, well, we're about to stab a knife in my eye here for the next hour and a half and do this. But you know, in all fairness, you know, that's just my opinion, and there are people out there who do love those movies. So I want to make sure that I'm talking about, you know, the things that everyone likes and not just the things that I like, or you know, I'm like that with Halloween 5 too. I really hate watching Halloween 5, but I do it. I do it more often than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I prefer Resurrection over 5 and 6. This is going to be controversial. I prefer Resurrection over 5, 6, and Kills.
Ooh.
I'll watch Resurrection over Kills any day. And here's the thing. I'll admit there are problems with Resurrection. Of course there are. There's problems with every movie. Well, with most movies. But the concept of Resurrection is so cool to me. Like, you can have a problem with the way they treated Jamie Lee Curtis. I understand that. I get it. It sucks the way they did it. But like the concept of the filming it like a live show and being, thinking there's a fake Michael Myers, but there's a real Michael Myers walking. Like, I love
What
that.
is it? Like, I mean, he got punked out. He had a secret lair under his house. Like, it was just so.
Halloween Ends. He got punked out by Corey. He had a secret lair in the sewer.
I don't like Halloween Ends.
So like,
it's fine.
Like, I'm just, man, I loved it. For me, here's what Resurrection has over Kills. Because I already see someone saying Resurrection. Sarah's like, Resurrection over Kills. I gotta go.
Where are you going, Sarah? I'm about to go with you. Let's go.
And this is the last thing I'll say about it. Here's what Resurrection has that Kills doesn't. A fucking story.
I thought you were going to say bust a motherfucking rhyme.
No, it has a story. Kills does not have a story. Like, the only thing that changes from the beginning to the ending of Kills is fucking Karen is dead.
And Michael goes home. He makes it home.
That doesn't matter. Like, there's no story there. That's the thing. You can tell it's filler. It's like it's fucking Jason Gordon Green and Danny McBride. Like, fuck, we got to do 3 of these bitches. Okay, what are we doing for part 2? We can't have Michael die. We can't have Laurie die. We can't have Allison die. Okay, who can we have die? Okay, let's just put all of that here, and that's it.
It's like, everybody hated the Christmas sweater in 18. Let's just let her die. Let's go for that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no stakes in that movie. Like, Laurie isn't dying. Michael isn't dying. Like,
I think the portrayal of Michael Myers was I thought it was a lot better in Kills than it was in Resurrection. I think that you got a brutal Michael for the first time. Are there plot holes and bad story? Yes. I don't want to get into a Resurrection and Kill. Shit, we'll be here for 45 minutes before we start this movie.
And that's the thing. Like, this is the last thing I'll say. I promise. I said that a second ago, but I understand. Yeah, there are problems with Resurrection as well. I would rather have a good story or a better story, and an
emasculated Michael. That's one of the things that made Michael look weak. And I think that's one of the things that, in
my opinion, I don't think he looked emasculated.
Well, I mean, when he got punked out and then he got garage karate kicked out the window, it was just like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, Michael, and then to kill Michael at the end, he gets his balls shocked. Like, we're going to shock his balls. We haven't tried shocking his balls yet. We've shot him 6 times, but we haven't shocked him in the balls, and that might end it. And it's just like, oh dear God,
yeah,
what are we doing?
Like I said, man, it's not the best Michael. I tell you, I give you that, but I'll take it over Kills. I'll take it over Kills. I'll take that story over the Kills story any day.
And that's a good thing, man. That's what, there's something for everybody out there, right?
Yeah. There's no, to quote Sarah Michelle Gellar in Scream 2. Well, there's no accounting for taste.
True.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this before we have a 2-hour long debate over Halloween Kills and Halloween.
Just change the thumbnail now to Kills versus Resurrection.
I'm gonna keep a reserve thumbnail of just like different things that, like, different hot button issues that we can always go into, and then just to change them on the fly. I think you could do that too, but All right, y'all. We're gonna jump into this before we get too deep into resurrection slash kills. As always, y'all. Let me know how the sound is. I haven't seen this, so I can't speak for the quality, but I'm ready to jump into this. Michael, you said you have seen it?
I have seen it. Yes.
Okay, so that's on par for us. You have seen it. I haven't.
It's been a minute though.
Okay.
So it's been a couple years since I've seen it, and I don't retain too well.
Okay. I mean, me either. Obviously, I didn't even fucking realize we already watched the one I previously picked today. All right, y'all. Let me know about the volume here.
It's good on my end so far.
I can't even hear it. Are you hearing audio?
Yes.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. I was about to say, y'all are saying yes. I'm like, I can't even fucking hear it. Hold on. Let me. Always forget. Take my banner off.
Andy Dufresne climbed through 500 yards.
Of the worst. What was it? Some of the worst stuff imaginable.
Yeah.
I forget how he worded it. As always, I haven't said it yet, but don't forget to go over to the channel, the guy who created this, and watch the video over there. Leave it a like over there as well. It is in the description of this video, so make sure y'all click that and go show him some love for making that and making it for free. He openly said it. It's gonna be free
to end this.
He's gonna go get killed. Is what he's gonna do.
Let's go. Get out.
By this, he meant his own life. This Michael? Is this dude about... Oh, that's a beautiful shot. I love silhouettes and headlights. Love silhouettes and
We
headlights.
have orders. Fuck those orders. The state is supposed to handle this. What's the state gonna do? Send him back to another institution so he can break out again? How many more people have to die? This asshole killed my sister the other night. Your sister? Marion Chambers. Before he could flee town. This asshole is dying right here, right now.
You thought. I say, bro, he should have been booking it.
Yeah, he just took it, man. He just
Oh, I like the sound. It's a great opening shot.
Yeah.
I love how the titles were in sync with the
credits
music.
went with the music. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's simple, but I'm a simple man.
Russell's saying the music has an H2O feeling. It does have an H2O feeling.
I mean, it's good.
H2O kind of had its own little flavor to it when it came to
H2O
music
definitely
and everything.
seemed more meta and Yeah, just like it was more influenced by the you know movies, like the screams and stuff like that. Because how long was it between 6 and H2O?
It was a bit. I want to say like 3 or 4 years, maybe. What year did Curse come out? You're gonna make me Google stuff.
Well, it's better we talk about it now.
Yeah.
You know, during the credits.
Curse was 95.
Okay, so it was 5 years. Or no, this came out in 98. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 20 years after 78. Gotcha. So it was 3 years. Yes,
Yeah,
Russell, that was
years.
a Michael mask. But I definitely felt like H2O had the meta aspect.
It did. It looked and felt more like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer and
Well, they
Urban
even show
Legends.
Scream 2.
Yeah.
Like they showed them watching Scream 2, which is weird, seeing as how in Scream 1 they're watching Halloween.
Yeah.
So like,
The bottle next to the bed.
mm-hmm. That's right.
I have the same faucet in my house. It's weird to point out, but
Now I'm wondering, is this supposed to be Josh?
Hartnett, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Hartnett's character all grown up.
Yep.
I mean, not that he wasn't really grown up in H2O, but I think he was only supposed to be, what, 18?
Well, he was still in high school, right? So, yeah, 17, 18.
Actually, I think maybe it was. Yeah, there was something about his birthday, actually, in that movie, because it was like, that's how the realization came over them that Michael was coming or something.
And we're talking about H2O?
Yeah.
And wasn't it like birthday card? He was like only 3 months late or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Came
17,
from his
yeah.
father. Yeah.
Well, because he came after Lori when she was 17. So far, the shots have been really good.
Yeah, it's a clean movie, man. It's clean.
Late again, Mr. Miller? It's the second time this week.
Sorry, Dr. Tate, my alarm didn't go off.
I don't need excuses, Mr. Miller. Take a seat. See me after class.
Sorry.
Bro, fix that one hair. Like that one hair. Come on now. You're not Superman.
Alarm didn't go off.
Now I can't stop looking at it.
Now, as I was saying, the Haddonfield
Yeah, neither
case
can he. It's
of
right in his
Michael
eye.
Myers occurred in 1978. That'll be 42 years ago tomorrow. Most of you here came to this university to catch a glimpse into his mind. And I'm here to tell you that's damn near impossible. I've been trying to do so since 1998. Becca, yes?
How come no one's been able to? Like, why is it impossible?
It's actually a great question. Michael was watched by this man, Dr. Samuel Loomis. Many of you whom may know as the person that founded this institution. Loomis watched and studied Michael for 8 years. After that, he claimed that he's able to see Michael for what he truly was. Pure
Evil.
evil. On October
Pure
30th, 1978, Myers escaped and returned to Haddonfield to continue his killing spree and his pursuit of Laurie Strode.
Dr. Tate.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Because she was
Are you
what,
alright?
Sharon Tate? No, not Sharon Tate.
Yeah.
What was her name in the?
Sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Say, whatever happened to that chick, anyway?
Laurie? She died in a car accident a few years ago. But as far as Michael, he burned in the Haddonfield Memorial
That's a good
fire.
picture of Donald Pleasance.
And
I think that's one of his old I think that's one of his old
Believe what?
headshots.
Michael Myers is actually dead.
Yeah, of course I do. No one can survive something like that.
How come there was never any official evidence of his death? I mean, they never found his body.
Because his body was burnt to ashes.
But what about the rumor?
What rumor? And please don't start with any cult bullshit.
No.
Thank you.
The one of the possible sighting of him in Summer Glen, California in 1998.
Did you read the rest of that report?
I love how they're openly shitting on Cult of Thorn as well.
Well, if you would have read that the DNA match did not come back to Michael Myers. So it's actually still a bit of a mystery as to whether or not that was actually him.
So you're saying it was someone else dressed in that costume?
I'm saying that Myers is dead. Look, we're getting off topic here. Point is, I'm trying to tell you is that you can't understand this type of person. And that's why Loomis worked so hard when he was on the case to keep Myers where he was, because he recognized him for what he was.
Evil.
Look, I know my
Come on,
objective
just say
is to
it.
teach you guys how
You're
to
dancing
empathize
around it.
and have an understanding for these abnormal behaviors. But every once in a while, there's a rare case that comes up that's an exception to the rule. I'm saying Myers is that exception. Now, does anyone have any other questions? No? And that's it for today. Mr. Miller, don't be late again. Oh, also, just so you guys know, I'll be in my office this afternoon and next Monday and Wednesday. Make sure you guys read your chapters for next week. They will be on the exam.
Sarah, what do you mean erasure? What did they erase from H2O?
Class?
Yeah.
When you leave.
I'm confused.
Well, the DNA wouldn't match because in Resurrection we found out that was the paramedic. So maybe they kept that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because according to this, Resurrection obviously didn't happen yet.
Right.
Or hasn't happened. I think he didn't admit what happened to Laurie Strode because that was his mother. And he was going under a fake name.
Was it Karen Tate?
Might have been Karen Tate. That might have been it.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm Googling it.
Yeah, do you guys see this?
Carrie Tate.
So what's up with your
Carrie?
dad? What do you mean? I don't know. He seemed very weird today. How so? Just didn't seem like his normal self.
So what Ness is trying to say is when the name Laurie Strode got brought up,
Russell, I don't know if they should do a sequel to Resurrection in a fan film. I would love to remake
weird.
Resurrection as a fan
Do you
film.
know why?
So there is a fan film that
I
continued
think I remember
Resurrection.
him saying
There
something
is?
similar happened to
And
his
it
mom.
has
He doesn't ever really talk about it.
Tony Moran
someone
is in the motherfucker with
tried to kill his mom.
no mask on and he
Uh,
sits up
yeah.
with Michael's
It
face from
really messed him up for a long time. It's
1978.
actually what got him interested in
it was-
psychology.
It was kind of a
Dude.
shit show.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's sucks.
I don't think that it was very
It's fine.
long. I
Hmm.
remember seeing it once.
We're gonna go grab lunch. You want to come with us? Actually, I have to go see my dad, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Is she our new Lori in this one?
Tonight, right? Yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
See
She
ya.
seems like our new Lori.
It's crazy, right?
He was saying that there were attacks in California in 1988, but the DNA didn't match, so they couldn't prove it was him. I think they're referring to just the DNA didn't match on the person that was beheaded. And that was because it was, I think they're still saying that he switched. So they didn't erase, or I guess they're keeping the continuation that Resurrection had with how Michael survived. So like the DNA wouldn't have matched on the person that was decapitated because that still wasn't Michael.
Yeah, so the fan film that Tony Moran came back for, where it kind of takes place after Resurrection, was called The Night Evil Died.
Oh, there's Josh Hartnett with his really weird haircut.
Come in.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, sweetie, come on in.
You have to be more careful. You almost blew your cover.
What do you mean?
My friends? They said you were acting strange in class today.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Be more careful.
So she's the Allison
right,
of this
though?
timeline,
I'm fine.
effectively.
If you say so.
Why wouldn't I be?
Look, I know you've kept your
Be right
secret for
back.
so
One
long.
second.
Can we pause it?
I don't want you to feel like
No, go ahead.
All
I'll
right.
be right back.
you can't talk to me. I know things have been different since Mom died, but
Sweetie.
look, I know this time of year is hard for you, and I just want you to know that you can talk to me. That's all.
I know, hon. I just don't want to bring you into this. Your grandmother did that to me for 17 years. It really affected our relationship.
Dad, you're basically like my best friend. I don't think talking about it every now and then is going to hurt anything. Besides, unlike Grandma, you actually accept that he is dead and gone.
I guess.
Yeah, so she is.
Hey, Dad. Can I go to the campus Halloween party tomorrow night with Austin and Vanessa?
Of course you can. Why wouldn't you be able to?
Because you
I
know
didn't know if
Michael
you wanted
Myers
to
is
do
going to kill
anything.
her.
The old man's gonna sit at home and pass out some candy. Typical Halloween stuff. I know you're gonna be out tonight, so come home in the morning for breakfast.
Pumpkin pancakes?
Pumpkin pancakes.
Ew. Y'all, I hate pumpkin. I'm not going to lie.
Be safe
Not
tonight.
Never been a pumpkin person.
I will.
Pumpkin
always have.
spice? Nah.
Love you.
Pumpkin seeds? Nah. Why you got to ruin pancakes with pumpkin? Ugh. So far, I'm really digging the shots. Super clean video. I like their use of handheld with also bringing in some steady cam shots.
Are you guys ready to order?
We're good.
Okay, so I guess this is college.
Ready. Where is he?
I was about to say, like, are they high schoolers? How are they drinking if they're high schoolers?
Just order.
But
That's
I
a
think
friendly
Here they
bar.
come.
I think he also mentioned the Beckers right then.
Dude,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. She was taking forever to get ready.
You should have timed it better.
You know how girls are.
Oh, sorry, guys.
This dude just say, you know how girls are?
We have not ordered yet. We were just kind of waiting for you guys.
Oh, you know.
Not a pumpkin person. Can't do it.
What are you getting? I think
Would y'all hate it if I turned on captions?
I wouldn't hate it.
All right, I'm going to see if they have captions and turn those on just because I do like talking and I don't want to miss anything.
It is what it is.
So how'd your talk with your dad go? It was fine. You were right. There was something definitely off with him.
What was it?
He was just up late grading papers. He was just tired, that's all.
Good save. Good
I
save.
don't know. It
Totally
seemed like a lot
believable
more than
there.
that. I mean, I've known you guys for what, 12 years? I've never seen him so unsettled as I did today.
Yeah, Lauren, it really wasn't like your dad.
Well, I don't know then. All I know is what he tells me.
Yeah, she's not
Man,
buying
she's
it at
probably
all.
busy.
Like, look at her.
Right.
She's like, right.
Honestly, it's
She's got a severe case of stank face right there.
Yeah.
Just keep on brave.
She got the RBF going on.
Right out of her mouth. Oh, man.
Yeah, Russell, man, I like having subtitles on because I like
All right, so are we
providing
still in for
commentary.
Matt's party tomorrow night?
Yeah, sure.
You guys all know what you're wearing.
Yeah.
And how does this Austin dude strategically miss one fucking sprig of hair every time he combs his hair back?
Cool. So I don't have to babysit anymore. And then Austin's going to pick
Like
me
you
up
said,
at 8
man,
this
he's going for
morning.
that Superman
We're
look.
going to head over to Becca's.
Yeah,
Sound
that
good?
works for me.
All
Yeah.
good.
Or Jake would also still get
You, sir, are no Billy Loomis.
Kind of got that covered.
You, sir, are no
What?
Christopher Reeve.
We took care of it on off-campus lunch today. That's right.
Okay, so cool.
Thank you. The coolest.
Well, this would be fun.
I can't believe we're doing this.
Do you think maybe we should turn back?
Why we did that? You scared?
Yeah, because it's scarier out here than I thought it would be.
I thought you liked scary things.
I do. It's just.
Just what? Come on, relax. Look. Here we are.
Cry Baby. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Wait, we're actually going inside?
Been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't come all the way out here for nothing. Do you not want to?
I want to. It's just.
Just what? I mean, come on, it'll be fun. What's gonna happen? The boogeyman gonna get us?
I don't know, Chad.
Bad words.
Come on. You can hold my hands.
You should park the car first.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched Cry Baby, Russell. Like,
I would have to say it was not in the not in the 2010s or 20s.
I probably would say
Dad,
it's
what are
been
you
at
doing?
least 25 years or more since I've seen it.
Same.
Cry Baby. Thanks. New earworm.
Are they trying to break into Smith's Grove? Is that what this
Not the
dude's doing?
likeliest of scenarios. That's a
Oh.
Holy shit.
Short
Right.
film with Silence of the Lambs. I haven't seen it, but that'd be interesting. You have to get someone very fucking charismatic for Hannibal, though.
Yeah.
What is it?
Marie, this isn't just any old abandoned place. This is Smith's Grove.
Smith's Grove.
Which means tell me you've never heard of this place.
I know it used to be like a hospital or something.
No, this wasn't just any hospital. This was the home of Michael Myers,
Michael Myers? The Michael Myers?
the Haddonfield Nightmare. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, my brother used to tell me stories about him when I was a kid, and they used to scare the shit out of me. I never thought I would see this place up close. You know, my brother also told me that one night, years
I
ago.
love them see it
after
up
signing
close, see it up
contract,
close at night when you shouldn't be. Oh, good
Really
God.
making me want to go in more.
It's just stories. Come on, let's see what we can find.
I'm really digging the locations they got here so far. I don't know why you would want to go in here, but
What is all this shit still doing here?
Probably had nothing to do with it.
This is insane.
I've seen enough of those like paranormal videos and shit.
Yeah, dude,
people go
wouldn't-
through. Like, there's no way I'm staying there.
you know what? Even if it's not paranormal shit, there's real
I wonder
people.
what other types of people they had locked up in here.
like squatters and stuff
Was he
like that.
always
Yeah.
harmful as Myers?
Yeah.
I doubt it.
What's up, cheesecake lover? I myself am also a lover of cheesecake.
Place is freaky as shit.
I like the Cheesecake Factory.
Question: what kind of topping you going for? Cherry or strawberry? Bro, I don't know what they got to like location they got to stand in for Smith's Grove, but I'm fucking loving it.
Yeah.
That was a good shot right there.
Holy shit.
What? What is it?
There was someone over there.
What?
Bro, you're downplaying that reaction. Get the hell out of there. Mr. Rick, why you gotta ruin cheesecake for me, bro?
I swear he was standing right here. Can we leave now, please?
I just want to see a few more things.
Well, then you can, but can you just hand me the keys?
You really don't want to see?
No, I don't at all. Thank you. Thank you. Just don't be too much longer. Yeah, I'm pretty real smart going to an abandoned building with a boy on Hallows Eve. Not a way to get killed at all.
I like her. She's gonna get killed, but I like her.
Chad, you better not
Be
be messing
great
around.
for Michael to be over in the shadow over there. Behind
Never
her.
Chad. When you turn around. Oh shit.
It's an interesting looking mask. Did it look like it was like ripped apart and like glued back together to you?
It looked damaged, yes. It definitely did look damaged.
Cherry's good. Cherry's good. Love the acting. They're doing really good so far. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh.
Oh. So we'll get to see the mask a little closer right here. It's seen better days.
Yeah, what's up with the hair? And it looks like it's balding.
You know, Michael, he's not a young man.
Come on now.
He's not a young man.
He got a little bit of that
all of us eventually.
That mask pattern baldness. It's not male pattern baldness because it's not him. Mask pattern baldness.
Not a young man. I'm not gonna body shame Michael. Look at it. You know.
Hello?
I'm not body shaming him. It's
I know, I'm totally joking. It's a mask. It makes no sense. It's not even attached to his body. Yeah, it's good God, man.
Still wrapping up some stuff here at school.
You gotta think, what has that mask been through from H2O, right?
Well, because this would be
Love you too. Be safe.
It should be 1-2 H2O.
Okay.
Assuming he keeps the same mask, right? Because H2O was the sequel to part
he
2.
had he had in H2O, that was the first time having that mask. Because you gotta think after Halloween 2, he burned to hell. Like there was nothing left of that
so
mask.
he would have to have a new mask. Yeah, you're right. In H2O. So
yeah.
But here's the thing though. He had to put his mask on the paramedic in H2O.
True.
So this has got to be a whole new mask.
Chuck, it's John.
Interesting. Interesting.
Just grading some papers.
Michael
I'll
definitely
let you
does
know
look a
that,
little
I'm
interesting.
heading out, so,
but yeah, the
you can
kills
lock
so
up Loomis
far,
Hall.
great.
Yeah, you too, Chuck. See you Monday.
I can't say anything, y'all. I'm balding as shit. I'm like, my hair's thinning out. Like, that's why I wear a hat most of the time, y'all. So I can't say anything. I just noticed he had a little bald spot.
Even Michael Myers has bad days.
Chuck?
It's a good looking staircase.
You?
Yeah.
Every time I see one that looks like that, I just think of fucking Patrick Bateman holding the chainsaw.
For some reason, and I know it's not exactly the same, but it made me think just the pan up. It made me think of Ends, like that little kid was gonna come flying down through the middle of that.
That little asshole.
Yeah.
I was grading papers.
Actually,
Oh.
didn't have anywhere else to be tonight either, so I was grading papers too.
Let's see.
Any fun plans for the rest of the evening?
Not really. I'm just gonna go home and have a drink or two.
Well,
Or
you know,
5.
if you're not doing
Cover that whole
anything,
bottle.
and I'm not doing anything. Maybe we could keep each other company tonight.
Pick up on the clues, man.
Tonight. Maybe some other time.
Yeah. The offer's always on the table, Dr. Day. Oh, and Dr. Tate, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Have a safe weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Bro, she was trying to get some. You clearly can't. Either he can't read signals or he doesn't care.
Yeah. It's just I'll tell you what though, one really good thing about this is like their dialogue's very believable, very natural, you know, when they're having their conversations. It's well acted.
Yeah, the delivery is always like I never think it's someone reading from like reading a script or reciting
Right.
practice lines. Oh, is she gonna die?
Let's say I liked you.
Was Michael wearing tennis shoes? Wait a second, y'all. Was Michael wearing tennis shoes just then?
It's, you know, he's on his feet a lot. He stands around and watches.
Like I said, I don't like to be overly critical of fan films. But that's something that can be addressed real easy. Like a pair of boots. Come on now.
Hi, yeah, I'd like to report a suspicious vehicle outside of my house.
Suspicious vehicle at what location?
It's
It's a
on
young,
Belmont Road,
hip Michael.
1621 Belmont. It's right in front of my house.
He actually goes by Mike now.
It's a silver vehicle.
This is Mike Myers.
Okay, we will send an officer.
Yeah, baby.
No, the Halloween mask. This is a Halloween mask. Best part of Baby Driver.
Oh, you know where that knife's going.
It's Chekhov's gun. They were like brown DC skate shoes. Yeah, like I said, I don't like to be filmmaking wise. I'm all on board so far. However, y'all.
Should I start another one for you,
No,
Officer
Michael
Williams?
does not wear
Not
tennis
quite yet.
shoes.
Aren't you supposed to be working tonight?
It's gonna be a long weekend. I can feel it.
Makes sense.
And he was wearing boots at the beginning, wasn't he?
We'll do.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
probably
what-
just in filming, a dude forgot to change his shoes or something. I don't know.
That could be it. Like I mean, you know what? I can't even hate on that too much.
Copy that, dispatch.
Michael was
I'm on my way.
fucking still flesh toned with blonde hair in a scene in one of the other movies. So I can't even fucking hate on it too
He
much.
was.
Oh God.
It's a lovely evening.
That's the
out,
thing
of
that happened.
course.
It is. Halloween 4 for the win.
Oh, the offer's always on the table, John. Are you kidding me, John? Here I am, all by myself. Okay, real cute.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It would have been better if he would have been out of sight, though. They stayed on him too long. Also,
Don't forget the cup.
what Sarah said earlier about him not being physically imposing, he does look like he's the same height as her.
All right, well, Looks like you're watching a movie alone tonight, Jen.
Did you see how he came into frame?
Slid in.
I'm sorry.
No. You're right, man. It like
oh shit. Like he was supposed to be somewhere and forgot, and they got over there real quick. Oh my god.
It's definitely like there's some stylistic choices that I would not have made. Like Michael, you don't need to see Michael getting into position. I think Michael just appears in position. That's how
100%.
And I'm not the biggest Michael fan.
See, like that, I don't mind that. Like how he stepped out right there.
I kind of minded it because he looked like a little bit like Dancerish.
It's very like, granted, it's from a different angle, but he stepped out kind of like he stepped out in the original Halloween. Only you saw it from the back end when Jamie's walking down the street. I wish I had you all alone. You know, and he kind of like steps
just
in the frame.
Two of us.
Yeah.
All right, who keeps their stilettos on when they get home? Oh, bro, didn't even take any time. Like,
no, I dig that.
And so it looks like the mask is like there's one slash straight, like diagonally through it, and it's just been sealed up.
All right, I can roll with that. And I mean, too, you got to think about it. You know, they made the mask their own. You know, so I got to give him a shout out for that one.
Yeah, I can't hate on that. And that's what I'm saying. Like the mask being different, I can't. That's you making it your own.
Mm-hmm.
Putting DC skate shoes on Michael.
Yeah, you know.
You can only make it your own so much.
I think a lot of times, you know, when you play those characters, you are wearing gym shoes because you stand around a lot when filming.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that they pretty much got that. Just
Put in the
I think it
1062.
was just a mistake on their part. I don't think that they were like, we'll put him in
You got an
skater
address
shoes.
on that? Copy.
And they had to have a decent sized budget, I'm assuming, because they got cop cars in this, or at least what appears to be cop cars. Like, how many locations have we had right now?
And they're good locations too.
Yeah. Like
we've had the Spring Grove, we've had the university.
We've had this house. We've had his house, which could be the same, but like, you know, looks a little different.
All right.
Hello? Haddonfield Police. Coming in.
Russell, that reminded me of Halloween 2 originally when Michael got the girl in home, where he's like hiding behind an ottoman and just jumps up like that. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, so he had boots on there.
Yeah,
like
it
he
was
was
just a
wearing
mistake.
boots. Okay, that's fine. Like a mistake I can forgive. Intentionally putting Michael in DC's? No, can't forgive it. Yeah, see now we're at his house, which the kitchen is very obviously different than the one we were just in.
Right.
So it's definitely a different house. Like they had to have a decent sized budget on this thing.
Hey, Jen. Listen, it's John. If you still don't have any plans tonight, I think it'd be great.
You
to hang out
missed
with
your chance, man.
Call me if you get a chance.
Just one more thing to add to the trauma list for this
I was
gentleman
about to
here.
say this dude's going through it. But the good news is I'm pretty sure his daughter's gonna live. Because I feel like his daughter's the new Lori, obviously.
Deputy Hudson. Yes, sir. See what you can find out about a John Tate. We called the victim's cell phone not too long ago.
On it.
Williams. Hey, Sheriff.
It's a pretty big cast, too. Dealing with a lot of people.
Any possible word as to what could have happened? I got nothing at the moment. Just responded to a suspicious vehicle. I got some guys outside talking with some neighbors trying to get a lead on the story. You know, I just don't understand. What in the world would make somebody want to do something like this?
Hey, Sheriff. Hey, you're going to want to come see this.
Don't worry. She's not going anywhere.
Happy Halloween, girl. What is it? Professor Harrison. She's dead.
What? How?
I don't know. It says she was stabbed to death.
Oh my God. Do they know who did it?
It says authorities have no suspect in custody right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you gotta go.
Dad. Okay. Do you want me to drive you?
Yeah.
Like how that's clearly not a well, I can't say that. Never mind. About to say. The DC Comics like artwork hanging up behind her bed was a little interesting. That's
fine. Trick-or-treaters already.
He's like trick-or-treaters already. I mean, nowadays you do get them early. Like, that's the thing, man. They're out during the day because they don't want to. I mean, obviously it's safer, but still, man, you don't get that same feeling.
Morning. Sorry to bother you so early on a Saturday. I'm Officer Williams. This here is Sheriff Baker. Are you John Tate?
I am. Is something wrong?
Nothing to worry about, Mr. Tate. We're just wondering if we could ask you a couple of questions.
About?
Are you familiar with a Jen Harrison by chance?
Yeah, she's a friend and a colleague of mine. Why?
Well, Mr. Tate, her body was found inside her home last night, completely cut up. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you?
What? No, I mean, just learned about it this second. Do you guys know who?
We don't have any leads at the moment. This is what we're trying to figure out. Now, we saw on her phone that you were the last person that she called around 10 p.m. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Wait, you guys don't think I'm responsible for this, do you?
No, we're not saying or assuming that at all. All we're saying is that it seems like you were the last person that she spoke with.
You guys want to come inside and talk about it?
We can't stay. We got another call on the other side of town. Damn Halloween. It's the busiest day of the year for us. If you think of anything, don't Don't hesitate to give us a call, Mr. Tate.
Yes, Officer. What was your name?
Williams.
Yes, Officer Williams. You can bet I will.
You have a good day, Mr. Tate.
I wish he
Certainly
would have.
seeing you on
I wish dialogue would have clarified. He would have clarified to them that he didn't get through to her, like it was a missed call, because like he didn't speak with her.
What are the cops doing at your house?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Stay here. I'll be back in 20.
Okay.
20? You're telling her to wait outside for 20 minutes? Like, you're not even going to invite her.
You?
Yeah, it's like that's not good at all. I mean, hell no, I'm going to Starbucks.
Yeah,
Call
I
me
know.
when
I'm
you're
gonna run
ready.
down the street. I'll be back.
I feel like this should be the Always Sunny meme right there. He's Charlie.
I think
Yeah.
he's back.
Who?
Lauren, I need you to listen to me carefully.
What was the name that he was looking up in that?
I have
think
no
he's
clue. I've never
responsible for
seen it
Jen's death.
actually.
Oh, you gotta see that.
Dad, why are you doing this to yourself? I thought you were past all this. Michael Myers, the boogeyman, everything. Every year around this time, you start acting a little skeptical, but nothing has been as bad as this year. And for what? You even say so yourself, he's dead.
What if he's not? What if he's still alive? If that was him in Summer Glen? Lauren, he killed 2 of my friends when he went after your grandmother. 2! It's my job to keep you safe. I'm not gonna let anything happen to you or anyone else in this town if I can stop it.
He needs to say, "Do as I
Your
say."
grandmother-
You are not her, Dad. Stop comparing yourself to her.
You'll never be her.
You know,
Like I said yesterday, I know
what's
this time
crazy
is
is
hard for you, and I want to be
this
here for you to talk about it.
same conversation, not word for word, but the same type of conversation happened in H2O, but he was on the other side of it.
Yeah.
And how you're going against what you believe in because of one murder. You know what?
Well, now he knows what his mom felt like when he was constantly rebelling and not doing,
He's dead.
not
Michael
following the
Myers,
safety
he's dead.
tips she put out there.
Yeah, you sound just like me when I was your age.
Holy shit, look at that.
There you go.
But this time, I have to be sure.
That's good. I appreciate that they did that.
Yeah.
Like that he's like, and I actually appreciate that we had that conversation the way we did, because that is something you always have to deal with. Like the person thinking like, oh, there's no risk, this is safe, whatever.
Yeah.
And then they experience it and realize how real it is. There's always someone coming along
gonna be a
who
long
has the
day.
same view they used to have.
That's why I got an extra shot in mine.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, this is a small town. Ain't nothing happened like this in 42 years. And some don't add up. Yeah, I know, you're right. And that's the whole thing.
That was kind of oddly specific. Ain't nothing like this happened in 42 years. I would have been like 40 years in basic
What can I do for you,
conversation.
Mr.
You
Tate?
know what I mean?
Well, I think he's referencing,
I'm leaving.
because this is
Yes.
2020. So I think he's specifically referencing that.
I always am.
Yeah, there is a lot of references to H2O. And according to this, so this is taking place 2020, which means this would be what, 28 years after H2O or 22 years after H2O?
Always quiet.
22, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like awkward quiet. What's going on? My dad.
So when he said 42 years, he was talking about
He thinks Harrison's
The
murder
first
has something to do
murders.
with
78.
78, right?
Yeah, he's talking about the first.
Michael Myers? Are you serious?
Look at the road, woman.
We actually got into a bit of an argument about it. But I thought everyone thinks he's dead, including your dad. That's because he is, right? I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. But I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just have fun today. All right. Sounds good to me.
Hi, Mr. Tate.
Hey, Mr. Williams, come on in.
Oh no. Feel like he's gonna tell him it was Michael and they're gonna think he's crazy.
Water?
No thanks. We just had coffee. So, Mr. Tate, how may I help you?
As I said on the phone, I believe I have an idea of who's responsible for last night's murder.
Go on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I believe it was Michael Myers.
Mr. Tate, I'm a little confused. What makes you think this had anything to do with Michael Myers? He died back in '78.
Look, officers, I know how this sounds, but I believe he is here.
He died in 78?
Yeah. So,
Look,
you know,
Mr.
Halloween 2
I want to believe you.
was the same night.
I had suspicions.
78, even though it came out in 81, it was still the same night.
It was the
My
day
father
after.
was there that night back in 1978, and that's a night that I would never forget. He came home and he was horrified by what he had saw. Lots of innocent people lost their lives to him that night.
But
My
the
father was out on the streets all night hunting him with other
H2O, they were under the impression it was somebody else because of the DNA match.
I never found his body.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so
right.
They didn't find a body. That fire was raging hot. It burnt everything to ashes. So what makes you think this has anything to do with him?
Because I'm Laurie Strode's son. I'm his nephew.
Wait, Laurie Strode. The Laurie Strode? How? She died in a car accident years ago.
No, Sheriff. That's what she wanted everyone to believe, because she wanted to run as far away from this town as she could. So she faked her death and changed her name. When she had me, she kept the name Tate in order to protect us. Michael Myers didn't die in '78 because 22 years ago tonight, he found her. Or someone found her.
Someone?
It was never confirmed to be Myers, but someone came after her and then came after me too. I'm afraid that Myers got away and now has come home. And if he has, we have to hunt him down.
Look, there's not enough evidence. We have one body. And Mr. Tate, even if you are Laurie Strode's son, a murder occurs and the first thing you want to do is blame a dead man doesn't add up.
What about
I like that dialogue because it's true.
Hey, how do you know about that?
I read the news.
Look, Sheriff, if what he's saying is true, we have to start taking precautions.
It seems to me like you're just playing scared, Sheriff. And you have the right to.
He's like, the
But
fuck
if
you
he
say to
has-
me?
If we don't do something soon.
I like that.
People in this town are
He's like, bro,
real
I will
dangerous.
beat the brakes off of you
That's on
right
you.
now.
He's right, Sheriff. Look, Mr. Tate, out of everything you said within the past 5 minutes, there's one thing we can agree upon. We do need to be ready. So if you have concrete evidence, I'm all ears. But until you do, don't waste any more of my fucking time on this.
Yeah, the cops can't believe you, or else it's too easy. Oh, jeez. Ooh, look at those slices up her arm. Who's this?
Son of a bitch.
Which one was that?
Well, it wasn't. I don't know.
Is that the one that was outside? No, it's not the one that was in the car, was it? Like in the Smith's Grove?
No, because he said, what about those 2 bodies they found at Smith Grove? And he was like, how you know about those? He's like, I read the news. So I thought those were already referenced.
Had the forensics team examine. Got a confirmation on the prints. Looks like a little friend was right. It's him.
There, I didn't even notice, honestly.
What do you think we ought to do?
As much as I think we should cancel Halloween, we can't have people in the town freaking out either.
I didn't even notice they were censored.
For sure.
Yeah, there are
we
little
only have
gaps
one order
between the
of
cuss words.
That's to hunt this thing down. There's a reason we're supposed to be afraid of this thing. It's the Haddonfield Nightmare.
Ah, he said it. Said it. That's the second time they've said it.
Yeah, yeah. I like how organically it felt the first time, though.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot more because the guy's like, yeah, the Haddonfield Nightmare.
Okay. Whatever.
This the house of the teacher that got killed?
Hi. You
Oh
guys
no,
look
that's
awesome.
her friend.
Happy Halloween. Only one piece of
Oh,
candy.
shut up! You're being so rude. Jeez. Guys, quit.
I love she's just like, hey,
just
one?
ignore them.
Only
I
one?
am happy to give you another piece. Would that make you happy? Okay.
So
There you go.
Bro, I worked at Disney. Like, had a second job at Disney last summer, like toward the end of the summer, getting into Halloween time.
Bye. See ya.
And one of the jobs, one of the like tasks I had was setting up like a Halloween thing and like handing out candy at the resorts. Bro, I would give handfuls. That's a good shot right there.
Yeah.
I think he should be been a little closer to the tree. It's weird. That's a nitpicky thing, though.
Right. But yeah, it looked good. I could see that. I could see that either way.
And he's already in the house. If you're going to turn around, he's already there. No, guess not. I love that, and this is going to sound weird, but I love that they're incorporating fake pumpkins because a lot of people do that now.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind that. Like, he's so out of focus. Was that a reflection? Bro, why does everyone have foot-long...
Whoa, babe, it's just me. That is a big knife. Ooh, knife.
Jacob,
Really?
Are you fucking serious? Oh, God, I hit my elbow.
Did I scare you? Sorry.
Yes, you scared me. Nice. How'd you get in?
That's
The front door unlocked.
That's a part 6 mask.
Don't you know you shouldn't do that?
I didn't pay that close attention to it. Yeah.
Babe,
I could just tell by the
I've been
neck and the
wearing this
hair.
all year.
Okay. Do you think it's really appropriate?
What do you mean?
Myers stuff?
Yeah. This is like Myers country. It's super appropriate. It's really good.
Okay.
Can I have a kiss?
So yeah, look at it. That's definitely a curse mask.
Seriously, what?
It's one of my favorite
Can we
masks.
shut the front door when you come in? Come on.
Curse.
I thought I did.
Well, can you shut the door, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Michael gonna steal his curse mask?
Sometimes I wonder why I'm dating you. But sometimes I wonder why you're dating me.
That house is big as shit.
It's a really nice house.
Yeah.
Well, Austin, is that you? Stupid.
Bro, people, why don't you shut the door behind you? Like, Jesus, that got me. Ooh,
Jacob?
bro went down. That was like a Leatherface
What are you
move.
doing?
Excuse me.
I'm not gonna lie, I jumped a little bit at that one.
Jacob?
Is the music score? Is the sound cue? Is what got me. I was like, ah.
Jacob? This isn't funny. Seriously, stop.
The score has been really nice in this thing too.
Yeah, it has been.
Damn, they got a walk-in pantry the size of a bedroom. Is this another kitchen?
Oh, that was a stab.
Did you see how hard he went there?
See, she took it and is
Oh yeah.
running. There's no way I'm running like that afterwards.
Yeah, there'd be a blood trail, everything. Like, but then again, I mean, I appreciate that. Like, she's like, "Oh, that hurt. I'm getting the fuck out of here."
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she'll have some adrenaline for a little bit.
Yeah.
Really like that between the door shot there. Like, I think that looks really good.
Oh, that's a great. You know what? That does look like a H2O mask.
If she comes running out after that, I'm gonna be like, she's unstoppable.
And didn't we tell these assholes 8 o'clock?
Maybe Becca's still getting ready. Why don't you go and check instead of honking 1,000 times?
That definitely looks like an H2O mask that had been sliced and like reassembled. All right, now that continuity error. She tried to run outside, but she couldn't because the door was locked. That's why she went back upstairs. But now he shows up and it's just open.
I wonder if Michael went and unlocked it because he was out there honking the horn like crazy. Like, I'm just gonna let them come walking in here.
It's like, why chase them when they can come right to me?
Yeah.
Don't want to do. Oh, yeah.
I do like this. Michael seems to be like pretty fucking brutal.
Yeah, definitely.
Becca, I tell you about doing all that blow, man. Can't do that shit all at once. You love it.
Oh, you slice her mouth open?
Jacked up.
He
put a smile on her
Do you think
face.
they brought?
Let's put a smile on.
I don't know. Wanna go check with me? Yeah, let's go.
No. Come on. You think something's wrong? I don't know. Let's go see.
Let's go check.
Oh. Why isn't he out there too? He took off running. He should be.
Hey, Dad.
Lauren, where are you?
I'm with Vanessa at Becca's. What's going on? Everything okay?
Baby, he's here. Michael's here in Haddonfield.
What?
Are your friends safe?
I'm just with Vanessa. Everyone else is inside. They're taking too long to come out. We were just about to go in and look.
No, do not go in that house. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
Do as I say.
Yeah.
Dad? Dad?
Everything okay?
My dad said Michael Myers is here.
What?
He said not to go inside. He said to wait.
No. Come on, we have to make sure they're okay. Come on.
Okay, let's go.
I hope she dies first in a very gruesome, violent way. Come on now. You
Dispatch, this is Baker checking in.
I never wish harm on anyone, but in this case,
Check back
I could
in
accept
in
it.
another hour.
Yeah, yes, sir. And that's the thing too. She was up those fucking stairs before Michael even turned the corner.
Saying.
Like
nothing else is going on after last night and this afternoon. How in the hell is Myers still alive? It's been over 40 years. We haven't seen from him, heard from him, and now all of a sudden he just. Go ahead for Williams.
Williams, it's John.
I know where he might be. Meet me at my house in 10 minutes. Here we go.
My house?
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
going home first, get a snack before he goes there. Like,
you. God.
Austin?
I cannot.
Becca?
I'm so disappointed in these characters. Jesus.
oh, guess what? Now he knows you're in the house for sure. Oh, well done.
I wish it was a little more substantial, whatever she hit him with. Why are you going to your house and not the house where she told you she was going to be? Is this where the kids are?
Michael!
I guess it is.
I suppose so.
Don't lower the gun.
Lauren, what are we gonna do? We're gonna go inside and we're gonna call the cops.
Or we're just gonna turn around and start waving our hands.
What's wrong?
We need help.
Look, it's gonna be all right.
He
What's going
killed
on?
our friends. They're all dead. My dad. We have to get my dad.
Who's your dad, huh?
His name is John. He was gonna meet us at my friend's house. That's where he said he was going.
No. I'm a friend of your dad. He said he was gonna meet us here. That's why we're here.
He said to meet us at our friend's house, but we
He told them to go there and him to go so he could take Michael out on his own. Keep his daughter safe.
I see.
Michael doesn't care about you. Have a good one, Rick.
Yeah,
Thanks
good
for
night, Rick.
dropping by. I like that. I like the look of that mask from that angle.
Yeah.
You remember me?
That looks different, though. That's not the same look, and the eyes are too bright.
What about her?
Yeah, I don't want to see.
Yeah, you see too many eyes, or too much of the eyes, I guess.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
Real? Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding? Oh Jesus! Bro, move. She definitely looked like Batgirl. Don't trust it. Don't trust it.
Pick that gun back up and figure out why it's jammed.
Yeah, that is a. Oh. I hit him 6 times.
After all this time,
Oh.
you're still alive. That ends
Tonight. Evil dies tonight. Evil dies. Is it gonna put him in the trunk? The back
no, in the
seat?
back.
You dumbass.
So he can Annie him. You know what I mean? Like,
God, come on.
why wouldn't you just put his head underneath your tire and just, you know what I mean? Until there's nothing left.
Put him in the trunk at least.
Stay here. Watch the
Oh
door.
man.
Sheriff, are you sure you don't? I got it. I need you to stay outside in case something goes sideways.
Yo, I can't with these character decisions.
You two okay?
Why would he do this?
You guys are going to be all right. But Lauren, is it? Lauren, is there any way you can try calling your dad for me? He's more likely to answer you. Hello? John? John, where are you?
Williams? What are you doing with
Your daughter and her friend are safe. They're with Baker and I. Where are you? Hello?
I had to get him out of town.
Hello? John? Shit!
Out of town? What does he mean by that?
I don't know.
Taking him to Smith's Grove, maybe?
It is not a pretty sight, man. We need backup right away. Where's John?
He's not in town.
What?
We just called him. He said I had to get him out of town. And hung up.
Oh my God. I know where he's going.
Because this is back in Haddonfield, and H2O took place in California.
Right.
So he can't realistically be taking him. Where's your gun, bro? So they're going back to Smith's Grove.
They got that awesome place to shoot, man. It makes sense.
I would go back there too. It does make sense. Like, it's a gorgeous location.
But yeah.
Game over. That's the vibe I'm getting. Michael is gonna wake up, man.
He only hit him with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like,
yeah. Yeah, what did you think was gonna happen? And you gave him a knife? Recreating the scene.
Yeah.
That shot. I respect it.
this whole situation is his fault.
That's a good shot.
Lauren!
That was a good
Lauren,
shot of
stop!
Michael.
Yo, stay with her!
She's gonna go get killed is where she's going. I was like, he was there for like 13 years. Like, he probably knows that place better than you. He's like, oh, we got a lady.
Stay away from her!
Get the fuck up, man. He hit you. Why are you? Ooh, okay, maybe not now.
Fuck this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh
Where are
my
you going?
God, these
We can't just
people.
leave them.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do? Just sit here?
Oh,
Our friends are in there. You can sit here if you want, but I'm going in.
Wait,
it's about as smart as taking an iron to a group trying to kill Michael.
No, that's
Come on,
the weapon
y'all.
of choice. That is the weapon of choice.
Dad?
Man, these characters they're killing me.
Yeah.
Dad? Dad?
I was about to say, Russell, I hope they don't say Evil dies tonight, but you never know. When did Kills come out?
21.
Okay, so this was before Kills. So hopefully Evil Dies Tonight is not a thing. Ooh. Good blood effects. Sheriff is just going for it. Like, come on, motherfucker. Ooh.
Fuck you.
Why didn't the sheriff shoot him?
I think he gave his gun to the girl, didn't he?
Oh, okay. Must have missed it.
I think so. I could be wrong, but it seemed like before they went in, he gave his gun to the girl.
What's taking this guy so long?
Yeah,
he was one of the original people that ran in there.
He really was. Like,
John. Shut up. Come on, John. Get up, man. John.
yeah, he gave the gun to the girl. So I think.
Thank God. Where's Lauren? She's looking for you.
Most cop cars, they have a shotgun in there. Like, here, take the handgun. I'm going with the.
Yeah. Like, I'm going with the old blunderbuss.
You know.
Oh.
Go do some damage.
Let's kill this motherfucker.
Good luck. Jesus. Shoot him. Shoot him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times.
Right in the face.
Yeah, right in the.
Outside in the officer's car, there's a radio. I want you to go out there. I want you to call for help.
Dad, I'm not beating you.
Lauren, do as I say, please.
There it is. There it is. Do as I say.
Get away from him.
He's not. Don't put your gun away. Kick the knife away. Come on. People never learn.
Doesn't have a pulse.
I appreciate that sit up. Like, I like how he just effortlessly pushed him off and sat up. Like,
yeah.
Let's finish this, John.
To me, this is all John's fault.
It is all John's fault. I mean, I wish you were wrong, Sarah, but I mean, to be fair, the cop did shoot him 4 times. And at this point, how many times has he shot? I mean, how many times has fucking John hit him?
How in the hell are you still alive?
I gotta ask you the same thing.
Shoot him again, please. Please. I am begging you for on all. Oh, there it was.
Yep. Well done. If I'm not mistaken, there's a second one. I think there's a sequel.
Oh my God. Okay, if there is a sequel, we're watching it next week on my channel. I'll look into it. But man, I want to talk technicals first. Because they killed it.
Yeah.
Like, great audio.
Yep.
Very crisp video. It wasn't in 4K, but man, it looked good. the kill scenes, the deaths were very good.
Yep.
Like some of seeing Michael, there were several of them where I'm like, bro, he went for it. Like he just went in there.
Yeah.
What positive notes you got?
Good kills. Great acting. The lighting on some of the shots were freaking phenomenal. Like I said, there were quite a few times either you or me were like, that's an awesome shot. You know, one of the things that I do love is, something else we spoke about a little earlier. They made Michael their own. They did their own thing with Michael. And I'm always open to that, and it made it cool. So, anytime you see that Michael, you know that it's the Michael from the Haddonfield Nightmare movie. They did that well. The acting, I think a lot of the conversations felt natural. It felt like a real situation. Character decisions, that's a different story. I'm sure we'll get into that.
Man,
mistakes were made.
They were making some amateur decisions. And especially for me, what doesn't really make sense, and I want to touch on this now and then jump back into some positives because I want to leave on a positive note.
Yeah.
What doesn't make sense to me is how unprepared John was knowing these things. Like, because at this point, John knows it's his uncle. He experienced H2O. Like, why is he making the decision to put Michael in the back seat versus the trunk? Why is he making the decision not to just end Michael? For me, you need a reason why for these things in storytelling, or why not. And there was just some things that didn't really add up for me. Like, yeah,
John was at this point in his life. What do we know about John? We know that he's not the John he used to be. From what they were showing, from the very beginning, he's having a hard time dealing with his past. He had that whole conversation. He's turned to alcohol at this point, obviously.
Like his
that was
mother.
in multiple scenes, right? And maybe he is a functioning alcoholic. You remember he used that terminology in H2O. Maybe he has become that functioning alcoholic that makes bad decisions. It's
yeah,
a
but
lot of it was
even-
just like,
But
buddy.
even Lori made better decisions than H2O.
She did, but she was Laurie Strode. I'm trying to make excuses for it. I'm doing my best.
And I don't necessarily think there needs to be excuses made for it. It's just questions I have. And now also, this is something personally, I think you could have trimmed a lot of this movie. Not a lot, but I think you could have trimmed this movie down to an hour because it was an hour 20. I think you could have trimmed it down to an hour and the pacing would have been a lot more on top of it. There were several times where we jumped in and it's like the scene feels like the coffee scene when the cops got coffee. I don't think that was needed.
Trim the fat.
Yeah. Kill your darlings. What do they say? I forget. There's actually a lot of there's a term for it in the cutting room, like when you're editing of like just getting rid of stuff. But there was another example like of a scene that I think was good, but could have been trimmed was when the girls wake up and you discover they find out their professor was killed. If you go back and watch that scene, we're on it for a good amount of time before the scene actually kicks off, and in screenwriting, there's a motto: enter at the last second, leave at the earliest. Like you want your scenes to be as short as possible. Now, obviously there are exceptions to that. If you're Quentin Tarantino, you can write a fucking 30-minute scene. No one's going to fault you because you got great dialogue. But I think this could have been trimmed to be hour and 5 minutes versus the hour and 20. And it would have heightened the pacing a little bit. Going back to Michael, I'm trying to think if there's any more like negatives. because like I said, I want to get those out of the way because I want to end on something positive.
It drug. I'm not gonna lie. There were parts that drug, and you said it right out. You take 20 minutes out of that movie, it's a quicker paced movie. But they spent a lot of time talking and spent a lot of time developing the story. But I think that there were new characters in there, but they weren't characters that we haven't seen before. And what I mean by that is not that we've actually seen that character, but we've seen characters that they're basically taking the place of. And that goes to a lot of what you were saying, and a lot of that could have been trimmed up. It could have been trimmed up and been a little more to the point. But I mean, at the end of the day, everything looked beautiful. The acting was great, and even though they made the decisions they made in that movie, that talking about the characters, it had us talking the whole time.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
had
like
us
we were in it.
invested. And it was just like, what are you doing? And I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for with this. Like, I want people yelling at the screen, like, what's wrong with you? Like, run, all that stuff. And they did accomplish that. So
If
all
that
in
was
all,
their goal,
yeah.
if that was their goal, they 100% hit it. Because I was literally, and you're right, it was engaging because I was literally, you heard me, you saw me. I was literally like, what are you doing? Like, why? Don't go. Another thing, just to point out a negative, and I'm not as big of a stickler for this as I know you and like Brandon from I Like Scary and a lot of people are, but like I found Michael's eyes really too bright in some of the shots. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if they had multiple people playing Michael, but there were some times where the mask seemed like it fit really tight, and there were some times when it seemed like it was loose.
Maybe they had different actors playing Michael.
And that's what I was thinking. Like, but there were definitely some shots where I'm like, you should have. I feel like the angle should have been a little different to dim those eyes,
right?
Because there was some where you could just straight up see all of his eyes. Like when he was when John went to confront him, I was like, I can see that doesn't look terrifying at all. Like I can see full on this dude's eyes.
And I mean that it's funny here. You're right. I'm always like, I don't want to see his eyes, but we saw his eyes in H2O. So I mean, if that's what they're going for, then I really can't fault him for that, because H2O wasn't afraid to show his peepers the whole time, and it was just like, well, I mean, if that's the story we're going to continue, then it's pretty much on par with what H2O was doing. It's like you're making me look into his eyes, and it's one of the reasons why I don't. I'm not huge on H2O, not the only reason, but one of them, to where it's like, I want that mystery. I want those dark eyes. But if you're following the format laid in front of you that you're making a sequel to, I can see why you did it, because I'm sure that they watched H2O 100 times before they made this movie.
Yeah. And that is something that's a huge positive I'll say too. I'll give them is, and this goes, I mean, it's kind of the same thing for Roseblood. I commend you on organically continuing a story that someone else laid out, because that's the thing they're doing here. They're following, like, this is a fan film, and if normally fan films are like a direct sequel to one or something like that, it's their own thing. They did a really good job of organically following H2O, because like I believe that's John Tate. I believe that's his daughter. Like I commend them on that. I like how they tied it in. And there were a lot of huge positives. I just I don't want to be too critical of this, because at the end of the day, they wrote the story that they wanted to write. They made the movie and it looked good. Like it did look good. Right there, Sarah's saying, yeah, 20 minutes shorter, have John be more prepared, let the kids be dumb, and make Michael more physically imposing. That is another thing. I felt like Michael was a little on the smaller side. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think, because here's the thing, Michael in part one wasn't that physically imposing.
Right.
But I think as an audience, we've come to expect Michael to be more physically imposing, especially after 18 and Rob Zombie's Halloween's. Man.
Yeah, but I mean, even in H2O, Michael looked like a pencil with a big head when he's walking. Like it's just like, dude, I would not be afraid of you whatsoever. At least in the original, like Nick Castle was built in a way to where he stood there with like a presence. You know what I mean? Like he had that. Holy shit, what is that? You know what I mean? And Halloween H2O, when John's standing there and Michael's walking up towards him, and you get that silhouette, he looks like he's about that big around. And he's got that hair and that mask sticking straight up, and it just made it look, he almost looked like a popsicle, or not like a popsicle, but like a lollipop. Know what I mean? Walking, and I'm just like, what, dude? Like, I'm not running from this. There's no way. There's no way I'm running from this. But I mean, again, I feel like H2O laid the groundwork for this with it being the sequel. So I wouldn't expect Michael to come in and be a giant, or be somebody that's brutal and physical, because this is making Michael 60, say he was 23 and ish in 78, so he's probably 63 years old.
23?
Well, he was 6 in 63.
He was 6 when he killed his parents. He was 12, or he was in Smith's Grove for 12 years, right?
Yeah.
So he got out at 18.
Well, I mean, 78 minus 63, add 6 to that. You know what I mean?
Wait, 78 minus 63, that's 15.
Right. So 15, add the 6 that he already was. So 21. He was 21. Yeah. In 78, Michael Myers was 21 years old.
Okay. So he's 21. 1 and 2 take place the same night. So he's still 21. H2O is 20 years later.
41.
Which he would have been 41. And then this is 22 years after H2O. So he'd have been 63. Yeah, I mean, like it lines up. It lines up. I just I don't know. I'm gonna go with Sarah here. I think a taller Michael would have been a little bit more. I think it would have changed the tone a little bit. Like there was some scenes, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking at John and Michael like fighting, and I'm like, I don't believe that Michael could win this fight against John. John was just a bigger guy, it looked like. So, and this is nitpicky. It's not my story. They made, I don't know what their budget was for the locations too. Man, the locations, they did so good. I imagine it had a pretty decent budget, man, because they had 5 or 6 different unique locations.
Yeah. So, I mean, Smith's Grove, we talked about that multiple times. What a great place to shoot. The houses that at least the one or the 2 houses that we saw were absolutely fantastic. I couldn't agree with you more with the shooting locations.
And yeah, man, that's I overall it was a good movie. I'm not gonna I don't want to point out too many negatives. Overall, it was a good movie. I actually, the more we saw The Mask, the more I liked it. I did, because I appreciate the H2O mask. I really do. And I like how they added some of their own custom weathering to it. I thought it looked really good. And I appreciate that they threw in a curse mask as well. I like the curse mask. So yeah. Unfortunately, tonight is going to have to be a little shorter of a stream. I do got to get off here pretty quick for work. But Michael, you got any last thoughts on Haddonfield Nightmare?
I was looking up the budget for this, and I saw that their post-production budget, or the money they made post-production, was $6,142. And I'm not seeing anything else on this. So if they made this for $6,000, I mean, Jesus, guys.
Yeah, they fucking good on you for $6,000. That's just those locations alone, I would imagine, could be $6,000.
Yeah, they're showing the prison and everything. It's a historical site, and it's fantastic.
That's awesome, man.
Well done.
Imagine what they could have done with 20.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Make sure you look that up and see if there is a sequel to the.
Oh yeah,
to this.
Dude, I will 1,000% look that up. I'll look it up right now.
Because I like to see what they do differently, with the sequel. Like, I think that would be something super cool. for this Haddonfield Nightmare, you know, for what it was, I thought it was great. I thought they did a great job with this. I like the fact that they were different and they continued a story, one that, you know, had already been continued, but they were like, no, we're gonna go ahead and do our own thing with it. And I liked it, man. I hell yeah, well done, well done. And I
Yeah.
love that they made Michael their own. I really, and I know I've mentioned that like 3 or 4 times on this stream, but that's something that I really liked. I like that they did that.
Yeah, man. Like I said, there are a lot of positives. I don't want to make it feel like this is the, you know, my least favorite or anything like that. That's never. I don't want to come across that way. There was just some things I want to be honest when we do these, when we watch these. And this for me also is a learning experience. Like I'm finding things that like, oh, I like how they did that. That's a choice that I wouldn't have made. And I want to phrase it that way because that's the thing. I'm not saying it's the wrong choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. It's a choice I wouldn't have made. Like we talked about it. Michael, we saw Michael sliding into the window, like into view. And it's like the choice I would have made would have been like maybe her walk past. And when she comes back like a second later, he's already there. Like Michael appears.
I wonder if that was another kind of like something they didn't plan to do. Yeah.
It could have been. It could have been. But on the guy's channel who made this, I am not seeing a sequel.
Okay.
I would love it if he was. And I mean, he's the writer director. He edited it. So I don't see it on his channel. If it does exist, it's not there on his channel. But which is unfortunate. I would like to see more of it. But all right, man. Before we jump out of here, do you got anything coming up on your channel that you wanna plug?
Yeah. So Friday I'll be back on my channel. With movie news and stuff. And I'll be back on Sunday night with Mad Matt, and you'll see me after that on our fan film night. And I'm not exactly sure what we're doing yet, so I have to get that together. It does look like there is a sequel.
Where are you finding that at?
Indiegogo. So it looks like it's called The Last Nightmare.
Okay, hold
let's
on.
see. Due to the high demand for a sequel to the Haddonfield Nightmare drop in 2021, we have decided to push forward with one in The Last Nightmare.
Bro, I'm looking at it now. The official first look clip came out 4 days ago.
Oh, so it's there. John Tate, the guy that played John Tate's back. It looks like they got pretty much everybody to return too.
So it's actually called The Last Nightmare Part 1.
Oh.
So there's a 2-minute clip of it that came out 4 days ago. That's it. That's all we got right now is a 2-minute clip. Let me see if it says, hell, you know what? You know what we'll do? We'll go ahead and watch that here as well. And this is, they've upgraded because the last one was 1080. This one's 4K. So this is going to be the first clip from That's a good shot. You can't see his eyes.
Yeah.
But it looks like one of his eyes is torn
might
open
be so
there.
good at beer pong.
Yeah, you destroyed it out there.
Next time you're on my team. We'll see about that. Anyway, I'm gonna head home. Do you guys need a ride?
No, I live down the street, so I'll just walk.
Sam, are you sure you're good to drive though? Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
Good night.
Good night.
Try not to die.
I've seen this. Jesus, it only came out 4 days ago, and I've seen this.
Yeah, this came out 4 days ago. He's gonna pop up out of the back. Ooh. Oh, that's good.
Hey, asshole.
Throw it in
Wanna
reverse,
get the
Terry.
fuck out of the way. Aren't you too old to be trick-or-treating anyway?
No.
Michael immediately looks better.
Oh yeah, he
Look,
looks
man, if you
like
don't move,
infinitely
I'm gonna
better
get on
right
the phone
there.
with the police.
Oh, look at that.
Bro,
Let's see what the cops have
oh,
to
that
say.
looks great. Scream. Oh, that Michael looks.
Don't do it. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Now that looks like a physically imposing Michael right there. Oh. One more for good measure. February 2nd, Indiegogo. All right, I'm gonna have to get the link for this. I'm gonna throw that in the chat. Throw that in the description of this, and that was right there. That's what I'm talking about. Like he looked.
Yeah, it almost had that like ends look to him. That one shot, I think it was like a poster for ends. It was almost like, yeah, man, yeah,
big boy.
Dig it. Dig it.
And that's what you do, man. I don't know if that was this dude's first movie, the first one, the Haddonfield Nightmare, but you can tell he immediately like
The growth. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the skills fucking went up. But just to clarify, Russell, I don't think the movie's coming out on February 2nd. The Indiegogo is up February 2nd. So that's when they'll start crowdfunding, I'm guessing, to finish the film.
I hope so.
Because that's what you do. You make a trailer for the crowdfunding. Then you do crowdfunding. You use the money from the crowdfunding to make the movie. Or to finish the movie, whatever you want to do. Sometimes people do crowdfunding like after it's already shot to help with post-production. But the movie will not be coming out February 2nd. Unless I'm misunderstanding something. But hell yeah, man. I'm excited for that. That looks so good already.
It does.
All right, y'all. We're gonna have to close this out for the night here. Unfortunately, I gotta leave a little early for work.
Right.
But it's been another awesome Tuesday, man.
Oh yeah.
Love seeing these fan films, even if I've got a few problems with them, I still love watching them. Love seeing what other people are doing, what the fans are making. And this is a good one. I'm excited to see some more Michael now, man. I am like ready for that. I'm super pumped for it. But
I guess I wore the right shirt tonight, man.
You did.
I wore the 18 tonight. You know what I mean? So
it fits.
So I did do that. Hell
it
yeah.
Fits. All right, y'all. This has been great. Thanks for showing up. Thank you, Michael, obviously, for being with me on another Tuesday, man. These are I'm really digging these still. So and with that, we're gonna get out of here for the night. Thank you all for dropping by live. Thank you for watching the replay. I love you all. Have a great, safe week. Peace.
Oh, I hate goodbyes.